Today we will learn drawing solid shapes on a flat surface. Two figures are shown here.
Can you tell which shape is two-dimensional and which is three-dimensional?
Think. Just right. Here, this shape is two-dimensional and this is three-dimensional. Here, both the figures are drawn on the same flat surface. Yet, we can easily tell which shapes are two-dimensional and which are three-dimensional. Can you explain why? Think. The reason is the art of drawing them. When a solid shape is shown on a flat surface,
The faces drawn are slightly distorted, which shows the shape as a 3D figure. In this way, we can draw any three-dimensional figure on a two-dimensional plane, like on a paper. We call this the 2D representation of a 3D solid figure.
would you like to know how it is done? In this video, we will learn two techniques with the help of which we can make a 2D shape representation of a 3D solid figure. One of these techniques is oblique sketch and the other technique is isometric sketch. Let us first understand what is the difference between them. Here the cube with 4 cm edge is drawn with both these techniques in oblique sketch and isometric sketch. But there is some difference between the two. Can you tell what is that difference? Think. Exactly. The length of sides drawn in the three-dimensional shape by the technique of oblique sketch are not in same proportion, but we still know important information about solid shape. As here, all the three edges seem equal, but in reality, their lengths are not in same proportion. In the picture drawn using the isometric sketch, we see that the length of sides are kept in same proportion. For example, here the lengths of three edges are proportional. A proportionate drawing is drawn on isometric dot sheet. Now, let's learn how to draw them. Suppose we have to draw an oblique sketch of the cube by taking length of the edge as 4 units. For this, we will use a square paper. Step 1.
First of all, we will draw the front face of the cube as a square of side 4 units on the squared paper.
Step 2.
Now we will draw the face opposite to the front face of the cube.
We will draw this face in such a way that its measurement is equal to the front square face, but it is slightly slipped compared to the front square face. Step 3. After this, we will join the corresponding corners of the two squared faces. Step 4. Now, we will show the hidden edges with a dotted line. This is a convention that we follow.
Thus, we have drawn an oblique sketch of a cube of dimensions 4 by 4 by 4 units.
Now, let us draw the isometric sketch of this. We use dotted isometric sheets to draw isometric sketch. With the help of this sheet, we will draw isometric sketch. Step 1. First of all, we will draw a square of 4 by 4 unit of edges to show the front face. Step 2. Draw 4 line segments of 4 unit length from the 4 corners of the square in this way. Step 3.
Now we will join the endpoints of the line segments in such a way that we get the back face of the figure exactly the same as its front face.
Step 4. Now we will show the hidden edges with a dotted line.
In this way, we have drawn a proportionate 2D representation of the cube.
We will get to know it better in the next video. Today we learned how to draw solid shapes on a flat surface. We will see some examples related to them in the next video. Today we will see
examples of drawing solids on a flat surface.
Draw the isometric sketch of the cuboid shown below. If the measurements of the 3D shape shown on the paper are proportional, then such a picture is called an isometric figure.
Now we will draw an isometric sketch
according to the given measurements.
We will take an isometric dots sheet to draw an isometric sketch.
Step 1. First of all, we will draw a rectangle of 5 unit length and 4 unit width
on the isometric dot sheet.
Step 2. Draw 4 line segments of 3 units length from the 4 corners of the rectangle in this way.
With the dotted lines, we show the hidden edges.
Step 3.
Now we will join the endpoints of the line segments in this way so that we get the back part of the figure exactly the same as the rectangular face in the front.
Step 4.
In this way, we have drawn an isometric sketch for the given measurements. We can also draw isometric sketches in different ways. Let's draw the isometric sketch of this cuboid in different ways.
Step 1. First, we will
draw a rectangle of 4 units length and 3 units width on the isometric dot sheet.
Step 2. Draw 4 line segments of 5 units in length from the 4 corners of the rectangle in this way. Step 3.
Now we will join the endpoints of the line segments in this way so that we get the back part of the figure exactly the same as the rectangular face in the front.
Step 4.
In this way, we have drawn an isometric sketch for the given measurements.
Next example.
Draw the isometric sketch of a cuboid obtained by placing 3 cubes of edge 3 units adjacent to each other as shown in the figure.
The 3 cuboids of edges 3 units are placed adjacent to each other in such a way that one face of one cube is adjacent to the one face of the second cube as shown.
To draw the cuboid, first we will draw a cube. Step 1. First, we will draw a square of measurement of 3 units
on the isometric dot sheet.
This square represents the front face of the cube.
Step 2. We know that all the edges of the cube are equal. Therefore, we will now draw 4 line segments of length 3 units each from the 4 corners of the square. Step 3.
Now, we will connect each corner with the corresponding corner with an appropriate line segment. This square represents the face opposite to the front face of the cube.
Now we have created
an isometric sketch
of the cube. Step 4.
Now we will keep the right face of the first cube and the left face of the second cube in common, and then we'll again draw a cube of 3 units.
Step 5.
Similarly, we will keep the right face of the second cube and the left face of the third cube in common and will again draw a cube of 3 units. In this way, we have created an isometric sketch of cuboid.
Next example, draw the oblique sketch from the isometric sketch shown. We will use square paper to draw oblique pictures.
Step 1. First of all, we will draw the front face of the square paper. We will do this as follows. Step 2. Now we will draw the opposite face to the front face. We will draw this face in such a way that its size is equal to the front face, but it is slightly shifted as compared to the front face.
Step 3. After this, we will connect the corresponding corners of the two faces. Step 4. Now we will show the hidden edges with a dotted line.
Here we have drawn the oblique sketch from the isometric sketch shown.
So today we saw
Examples of drawing solids on a flat surface.
In the next video, we will see some misconceptions related to them.